There is something interesting I need to show you. Recently, I got these seeds of the ghost chili and planted them here. Then another set was being tried in two different conditions, and a few more sets were put up here. 7 in all were put up here in these little boxes, giving different conditions of soil. Now, they've been here for the last 3 days, and over these 3 days, there have been a lot of rains around. What has happened, what I've seen, is you hardly find any earthworms here, and this place is like solid concrete, though there is a lot of moss growing over the side walls. But this place is solid, and there's hardly any option of any earthworms living in here. But then, yesterday, when I was looking at these boxes and I was trying to see what's happening inside them, I'll show you something interesting what I observed. Let me first open the boxes. So these are the soil profiles, and what I intend to show you here is just under these boxes there were earthworms. You see, sticking under it, then live in here, and these are earthworms. Now there's hardly any soil around. I'll slowly put it. I won't crush them. Put them slowly back. Alright, cover it up, won't tighten. That was one. This is the second. There are a few earthworms here as well. The third one. There are a few here. Slowly. Fourth. This also has some earthworms, like a few of them, entangled. Fifth. This has a large number. In fact, this has more number. You can see them. 5. Now, I'll raise a question. But before that, the sixth one. Just one earthworm there. And then this. Then the seventh one. Some good numbers here also. 7. 7 boxes. Each box has earthworm. Now my question. How did the earthworms realize that this is a place that they can call their home? There is hardly any soil. Of course, there is some moss, which they can scrape and eat. But then there is hardly any other place to run and save their lives if there is any threat. Second, how did, in the first place, they realize that this is an option for them, because these boxes are kept well above a feet from the ground, and there's hardly any simple ground. It's all solid. Yes, of course, there is a lot of debris around, biolitter, but then there's hardly any earthworm to be found here. So the question is, how did the earthworms realize that this place has got a few boxes, which gives them a few millimeter thick space wherein they can squeeze in and live safely? Were they able to somehow smell the soil that was here? Or whether there was any sort of another signal in the form of, say, some temperature gradient, or maybe some other light reasons? I'm not very sure, but there was something that gave them some clue whereby these earthworms happened to find out the presence of these boxes and established their homes in these. One may say that these earthworms would have come out from very thin crevice over here, and of course there are a few earthworms. If you look closely, there is one. Where is that crevice? Let me get my finger here. See, there is this earthworm between this crevice, this junction. This crevice is basically the junction of the floor and the wall. Then there is very thin space between this. There is another earthworm here. If you can see right in the center. So there are a few earthworms, but then why would an earthworm leave that place and come on and live under these boxes? Now this earthworm is probing inside the wall. There you see it goes in. It's going in. This earthworm is going inside again. So these guys are going in, but then why would they leave such a wonderful place to come out and hide under these? A difficult thing to understand, a difficult question to answer. And these are not jumping worms, of course, because they are like simple probers. Let me show you. So this is something which is difficult for me to answer. Why would earthworms come out from their living space, and from where have they come out to live in this condition? I'll be happy to find any answer, and I lay this open to the people to come with their understanding of this phenomena. Slowly I'll put it back, slowly, very slowly, so as and you see this, these fellows are going to the next box, squeezing in between the ground and the box. How did they realize that there is a space they can call home? Slowly I've put it back. I'll add some more cotton coir onto that. Cocoa peat, what we call. So please give me some answers here. Why does or how does this earthworm, which was living in one home, realize that there is another habitat nearby, and they come out of their recluses and live under them? What were the signals? Was it a temperature gradient? Was it the smell? Was it some sort of a sight or anything else? If it was smell, that means these earthworms have some olfactory senses. If it was temperature gradient, then it hardly makes much difference to us, because this place, under the given set of circumstances of weather, temperature fluctuation is very difficult to guess. Obviously, visual signals, we understand the earthworms don't have very accurate vision, so there could be something beyond these issues. Let's probe into that. Give me some answers, friends. Meanwhile, these are the saplings, the seedlings of the ghost chili. First testing, second testing. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, and fifth one over there. 5. Here, 1. These longer leaves. 1, 2. So different circumstances giving different results. But I need answers for those 7 boxes and the earthworms living underneath them. Over and out.